Alright guys, so EarFun has somehow found a way to squeeze out a release here right before the end of the year that may actually be the best bargain you can find on a pair of true wireless earbuds in 2021. And that pair that we're going to check out today is the brand new EarFun Free Mini. So when I say bargain of the year, this is kind of an understatement because this pair retails for only $30, but right now on Amazon there is a 40% off coupon code, so you can pick these up for only 18 bucks. And this is definitely a marketing move from EarFun because they want people to experience what they're capable of, what their sound signature is like, and how they tune their earbuds. Because if you walk into a store, and this is just how most consumers are, if you see a pair of EarFun earbuds that are 70 bucks, but then you see another pair of earbuds from a company that you're more familiar with for 70 bucks, you're more likely to gravitate towards that company that you've heard of. So EarFun is hoping that with releasing a pair like this, more people are going to become familiar with what they're capable of, and they're just trying to build their brand. So with a name like Mini, this is obviously a smaller pair of earbuds. It's compact, it's light, but how much did they have to hold back on features, and how much does this affect the sound quality to be able to keep the price this low? So we're going to check out all of those things and see if it's worth the $18 and see if it's going to be worth the $30 retail price that these have. So to start with, these are using 6mm dual composite titanium drivers. Now these do have Bluetooth 5.0, where the EarFun Free 2s are using Bluetooth 5.2. Now these don't have a low latency or a gaming mode like the EarFun Free 2s, but I can say throughout my testing, I didn't have any kind of lag when it came to movies or videos, and I did only have a slight lag when it came to gaming. So this is still a pair that I would recommend for pretty much any type of media. And even if you're looking for a pair to use outdoors, it comes in rated at IPX7, so it's completely waterproof. So that already makes this a pair that if you have a more expensive pair that you don't feel comfortable using at the gym or at the beach or by the pool, this is an excellent backup pair because you can use them in those situations and not have to worry if they get splashed on or if they fall into the water, because that IPX7 rating is kind of just giving you peace of mind. And then when it comes to what all they include inside the box, you do get your normal small, medium, and large silicone ear tips. It does come with a USB-C cable. Now you are gonna have to use the USB-C cable because there's no Qi wireless charging on this pair. And in this price range, I really didn't expect it to. The EarFun Free 2s have Qi wireless charging, so that is one of the features they had to pull back on. But speaking of the charging, battery life is pretty decent because on the earbuds you can get 5 hours on a single charge, but with the charging case you can actually get 24 hours total. So if you're using them all day, that 24 hours is obviously going to get you through a full day, but I think 24 hours is going to get most people through a single week before having to charge these. But if you do happen to pick them up and they are dead, this pair also has the same fast charge feature as the EarFun Free 2s, where a 10-minute charge will get you 2 hours of use. And this always comes in handy, especially if you're somebody that doesn't always have your earbuds charged. It's nice to just pop them in the case for 10 minutes and have that 2 hours of use. So now moving over to looking at the case and the earbuds. The case is very small. In fact, I put it next to my AirPods Pro case, and it's the exact same size. But EarFun did square off 3 of the edges on this case, where you can basically sit them up in any of those 3 different ways, and it just makes it kind of convenient to store them away and having them sit upright. But on the back you can see the USB-C input for charging, and then there's a single light around on the front. That way you can kind of tell how much battery life is left on the case. Now, moving over to looking at the earbuds, this is a very tiny pair of earbuds, and they did design this in a way that it's kind of grooved where it's easy to pick them up out of the case and it's easy to grip them to pull them out of your ears, because most earbuds that have that completely round design, sometimes it's hard to grip those, so I do like the design choice that they made here. Now this pair does use touch controls, and I'm happy to say that you have control over everything. You have your play, your pause, your ability to skip the track forward and go backwards. You have your volume control, and it's all right there on the earbud. So that's always convenient because I don't care what price range the earbuds are in. It's always frustrating when a company leaves out, the ability to turn your volume up or down or go back to the previous track. So I'm definitely happy that they went with this decision. So now for you guys that like to use your earbuds for phone calls, this is another area I think they did a very decent job with because there is a lot of people that just buy earbuds just for phone calls. They don't even listen to music. They just like the convenience of being able to answer a call and still just kind of do things around them without having to hold up a phone. And again, I think they did a very good job with this, but you guys can be a judge by listening to a test here.
All right, guys, so here is a mic test using the EarFun Free Minis. I think it does a very good job of picking up my voice. I do notice, though, with S's, it kind of has a hissing or maybe a sibilance type sound where the S's are a little sensitive. But other than that, I think it sounds pretty decent. And this is what it would sound like if you were to take a call. And so now here is the mic test with the crowd noise being played, which you can hear here. And so this is what it would sound like if you were to take a call in public.
So now let's talk about the sound, because like I said at the beginning of the video, I feel like this is definitely something that EarFun is trying to grab people with in this price range. And I can tell you this is very close, if not identical, to the EarFun Free 2 sound. I mean, these are little bass cannons because they have a lot of punch to them. I will say that these are a little on the warmer side because of that heavy bass, but it doesn't affect the mids and the highs where it feels like it's holding anything back. Because I feel like mids, they left right there in the middle. They didn't really push them too forward, but it doesn't get lost in the mix no matter what I was listening to. And same thing with the treble. They pushed it up just enough to kind of counterbalance that heavy bass. But this is not one of those very bright or harsh sounding pairs. It's just detailed enough that you can hear everything cleanly. And again, it just makes it a very fun earbud to listen to. And that means going through all genres. I mean, it sounded excellent, obviously, with hip hop and pop, but going to metal or easy listening, it still allowed all of these details to come through cleanly. So I would have no hesitation recommending these to somebody that listens to everything or only listens to one specific genre. Now, one thing that this bass heavy sound does affect is the soundstage and the imaging, because the bassy sound does close these in a little bit. It doesn't make you feel like you're in a very wide open environment. Now, I will say that it still makes me feel like I'm in a medium to almost large size room, but some of the earbuds that we've tested lately have been very open sounding. So these do sound a little bit more closed in, but luckily they're still very detailed enough that I had no issue with being able to tell where sounds were coming from. They just don't sound as far off as some of the other earbuds we've tested. So really, my overall opinion is this is a hell of a bargain. And honestly, this is an easy pair to recommend to people looking for a main pair of earbuds, and especially people that's looking for a backup pair that doesn't necessarily want to put their expensive pairs in situations that they could get damaged. I mean, really, I feel like the only thing that you're holding back on is you're not getting that Qi wireless charging, and there's no app to be able to EQ these in any way. So if you're not a fan of a bass heavy sound, I wouldn't recommend these. But this is definitely that U-shaped sound signature that most consumers are looking for. They like that thump when it comes to the low end, but they still want to be able to hear things very cleanly. And this pair delivers when it comes to that. And again, at $18, even at the $30, this is just one of those pairs that I could recommend to pretty much anybody. But guys, that's my video and kind of a first look at the brand new EarFun Free Minis. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.